All right, so yes, we will need a strap. If you don't have a strap, you need to make something that will work as having your body be able to be confined so you can relax it, basically. That might be a wall, that might be pillows, that might be a blanket, that might be something of that nature. We're going to hold each pose for about 3 minutes, so keep it slow. We'll do this sequence this week and again next week, so we'll experience different things maybe. Any questions before we start? All right. So we're going to start seated, but when we start seated, we are going to take our strap, and if possible, you're going to put it on kind of like a shirt. So it's going to be around your shoulders to help you sit up a little bit taller. So we've all just kind of been doing this all day. So if we sit longer, we might be like this still. So we're going to kind of drop this back. So the way that I put it on, what I like to put it on, is I like to put my arms through it. So we'll make it nice and big to begin. Get that strap at least as wider than your shoulders, right? So you're able to. Okay, so right like that. And so then what you're going to do is you're going to bring it over your head. Let those slide down. And so one's behind you, or they're both behind you. One's behind your neck, and one's behind your back. And you're just going to slowly start to tighten that strap. I like to have my strap on the side to where I pull it down to tighten it. It just feels better for me when I pull down rather than pulling up. So you might need to adjust your strap or your buckle. And so then when you have it around you, it should be so that one part of it is kind of near the shoulder blade line. The other is right there at the base of your neck. And then you're feeling a little bit of pinch in your armpits, but it's not uncomfortable, right? So you just feel it there. So you can feel if you were to round forward, you would definitely feel that bottom part pull in. So you want to try to sit up nice. So there's an equalness around the whole part of the strap. You're finding that equalness, right? So one part isn't digging in more than another. And then once you're there, find a comfortable seat. It might take you a few more moments here. And we'll just sit here just for a few moments to check in and feeling this part of our body. Take a nice full inhale and let it go. Allow yourself to arrive in this space, on your mat, in your body. Just take a few moments to arrive fully. Scanning over the body, acknowledging the space you're in, the air, the sounds, the smell. Taking a full inhale here. And let it go. Start to tune into that strap on your body. Noticing if you can feel yourself maybe round your shoulders slightly forward. Kind of just feel that sensation. And then see what it feels like to draw your shoulder blades together. Notice that sensation. And then find that in-between part where that strap is just resting. And it's right there. And you're feeling that equal sensation between neck, armpits, and mid-back. Take a full inhale here. And let it go. Checking in mentally, emotionally, acknowledging the day that it's been, maybe the week that it's been. Acknowledge all those thoughts, all those emotions that start to bubble up, start to arise. Give them some validity, acknowledge them. And then see if you can give them a little loving kindness and send them away. Being able to allow yourself to be here on your mat, in your body, experiencing the sensations as they arise. And taking a full inhale here. And let it go. Try to just notice the sensations in your body. Scanning from head to toe, out to the fingers, down to the toes, front side, back side. So really allowing yourself to become more present, more aware of the body and where you are in space. You can start to take a couple extra deeper breaths here. Just kind of notice that sensation that occurs within the chest, the belly, the ribs, as you do so. Taking a few more deep breaths here, maybe settling in on an intention for your practice. And bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Set this intention with a sigh of the breath. Take a full inhale. And let it go. And slowly release the hands on those eyes to blink open. We're going to come into that ankle toe stretch, continuing with that, but keeping our strap around our shoulders. So go ahead and bring yourself forward so you're on your toes. You're going to tuck your toes under and sit back on those heels. If it's too much to sit back, you can always put a block between you. You can lean forward. Pause there. And just kind of notice what happens with the shoulders, especially if you're in a place of discomfort. We tend to round in. See if you can open the chest a little bit more and allow breath. And again, we're only going to do 30 seconds of each round. We'll slowly make our way up to that 1 minute each. And starting to point the toes back. Sit back on those ankles, maybe leaning back, maybe staying upright. Just noticing those sensations. Again, noticing the sensations in the shoulders. See if you can lift that chest. Find that equalness in the upper back as much as you do in those ankles. And slowly transition forward, tucking the toes, getting that little pinky toe to even point forward. Just noticing the sensations that are happening in the body. Lots of places to tune into, to tap into. The lower legs, the shoulders, the breath. And slowly start to point those toes again. Sitting back down onto those feet. Last round of top toes. Lean it forward, tuck those toes. Really tune into the power of your breath in this round. So you can guide that breath out into those places that are feeling that discomfort, feeling the most sensation.
I'd rather have dental work.
We're almost done. And point those toes. It's one of those that at the beginning it is very excruciating, but over time, it quickly gets better. Slowly lean forward. Bring those feet to one side, bring the hips back, take the legs out in front of you. And just pause there, notice those sensations in that lower leg. As you're letting the lower leg sensations happen, go ahead and take that strap off your shoulders. You're gonna wrap it around your body. Bring it out to its almost maximum length. Make sure there's no twists in it, so you might need to undo it and re-strap it up, but then it's just around your low back.
Sounds like pulling it off.
Really bring any motions into those feet when you're ready. So next one we're gonna do is recline butterfly or Baddha Konasana. So for this, you might want to have, if it's too much to lay all the way back with your soles of your feet together, recline, you might want to have a blanket or a bolster underneath you so that it's kind of you're more halfway up, so it's a little bit more of that supported version. I usually start with a little blanket underneath just to give me that little lift to begin, and then when I'm comfortable, I kind of release it. But what's going to happen is you are going to have that strap around your low back, so at the you know, if you can palpate, you can feel the top of your hip bones. You're gonna make sure that it's below the top. So instead of going up toward your ribs, you're gonna come down toward your hips, your booty. And it's gonna be in that area. It's gonna wrap around that, and then you're going to bring it around your feet.
Reach them out.
The legs. There we go. And then again, I like to be able to pull it toward me to tighten it rather than pull away from me. It's way easier. So you might need to just shift your strap around the other side. And then find that place that is going to have some comfort for you, right? So bring the strap on the inside of your legs. Yeah.
So the actually
wherever it's going to be comfortable, right? Because you're going to then recline. So some people, when you recline, you might need some extra padding under your thighs to give yourself some support. So don't get it too close yet, because when you lay down, it surprisingly gets in tighter than you think. So lay down, see how that feels, and that's where I like to be able to pull the strap. So if I needed to get closer, I pull the strap toward me and then it tightens the strap. Again, make sure your head is supported. And so the target area is a little bit of that low back. Definitely the inner groins. And then you can relax the legs down. Again, if it's too much for your inner thighs, you have those a second padding or blocks to place underneath there so that you can rest here. So going with what's going to make you feel best here. Once you are there, take a full inhale and let it go. Your arms can stay by your side. If you're looking for a little bit more length and openness in the front body, arms can reach back overhead. Maybe opposite elbows and hands interlink a little bit. Just noticing the sensations, relax the legs as much as possible. We're getting into that fascia, that kind of saran wrap or that cling wrapped type of film that wraps around our muscles, ligaments, bones. This part of our body doesn't have much as it comes to be vascular, it doesn't get a lot of blood. So it needs to kind of be stretched and kind of been taken to its edge, to its discomfort zone, in order to trigger some new healing fluids to come to that area. So putting just a little stress on those areas, one that isn't painful, one that isn't going to harm you, but that little edge of discomfort. Maybe able to sit there in that stillness. Helps tell the body that those areas might need a little bit more loving care. So your cells start to go there, start to repair those areas, any areas that might be damaged, that might be old. So it'll allow you to move a little bit more freely in your other activities. Definitely while we're doing yin yoga, we feel older. We feel like things are a little more stiff. But hopefully, as your day goes on, or as your weekend progresses, you start to feel a little bit better, a little bit more looser. Maybe other activities feel a little bit more easy for you to do. We've got one more minute here. Taking a full inhale here. And let it go. If your arms are overhead, bring them back down by your sides. And then slowly from here, kind of slide that strap so that the buckle is closer to you, so you can kind of pull the buckle away and then kind of just hold the buckle and pull the other side of the strap to loosen it so that you can start to bring your knees up, release the feet, and then draw both knees up and just pause there. If you're on anything underneath your back, go and roll to the side to pull that out. And allow yourself to just lay on your back, just kind of notice those sensations. If it feels good, start to straighten the legs out. This is where the grunting and groaning might feel really good. Just notice that sensation. So a lot of deep groin action going. Three more full breaths here. And then start to bend those knees. Taking those legs, do a little windshield wiper with the legs, just kind of bring a little movement back. And so this next one that we're going to do is called Recline Captured Butterfly. So we're going to do one leg at a time, but it's going to be more in toward our chest. So from here, you're going to take that strap and you're going to pull the strap that's underneath you. You're going to bring that part that's underneath you up underneath your shoulder blades. So it's kind of right there under your armpits when it comes up. So if you were to reach it up to the sky, you can feel it supporting you just under the armpits. And then once you're there, choose, let's do our right leg. Draw your right leg into your chest. You're going to wrap it around the knee and then start to tighten that down. But once you bring that knee in and it gets a little bit tighter, You want to take that knee and draw it out to the right a little bit. So kind of let it drop to the right a little bit, so it kind of relaxes. And then where you find your position of relaxation to where your left hip wants to come with you, bring it back up a little bit, tighten the strap, and then let your body relax. Good. So your arm should relax, your leg should relax. You have that little bit of constriction of that leg being externally rotated out toward the right, and then being pulled in toward your right side. And that strap is just kind of keeping it there. Your arms can relax, your neck and jaw can relax.
Need it too much to the right or a little bit?
Sorry?
Does it need to be lower? Or
No, it just depends on where your body can go with it externally rotated, whatever works for you. Good. And then take a full inhale there. And let it go. Good. Allowing yourself to notice those sensations that are happening here. Good. Even taking that left leg and see if you can let it relax. Try to let those toes drop out. So let everything grow heavy. So we have that deep compression in the top of the thigh, right there in the groin area. We have the compression of the knee. Little compression on the outer hip. And we're finding that length in the back of the leg, back of the hip, from the gluteus. We're letting the back of our body just kind of release into the floor. And just notice those sensations. And this is one of those poses where it's not a big, huge sensation of discomfort, but with time, there begins to be this little bit of discomfort that arises. See if you can just allow your thoughts to go toward that area, direct the breath there, direct the awareness. See if you can actually imagine that energy start to move from that area. About another 90 seconds here. And taking a full inhale here. And let it go. And start to draw that knee in, up and into your chest. Slide the strap off. And then place just the foot on the floor to begin. Just pause there. Maybe bend the other leg. Just kind of notice those sensations. And then if it feels good, taking the legs straight, just kind of notice those sensations as you straighten both legs. Notice the knee, the shin, the hip, maybe even the low back. Maybe there's a little release there. And then while you're there, start to take that strap, pull on the buckle to extend that strap again to make it larger. Get a large enough loop for your leg to go in the moment. And then take any movements you need to on this side, maybe windshield wiper the legs, maybe just wiggle the feet. Whatever's gonna feel good before we go to the second side. Bring some movement now so you can find stillness later. And then from here, start to draw that left knee in. Taking that strap around the knee, and then once the strap's around the knee, start to draw that knee out to the left. So externally rotated, so it's going away from your right shoulder. And then continue to pull the strap until you feel that sensation of support, yet a little bit of edge. And then let everything relax. Let your arms relax. Let your shoulders relax, let your belly relax. Even let that extended leg relax. Take a full inhale here. And let it go. As you release that breath, let everything just surrender into the floor. Trying to let your thoughts take in the sensations that are happening. Noticing the differences on this side compared to the other side. Any different areas that might be talking to you. Any similarities? I'm curious about those sensations, that compression on the front of the hip, the length into the glutes. The subtle way that your breath allows your body to move. For about 90 more seconds here. Taking a full inhale here. And let it go. Allow yourself to slowly help that knee up with your hands. Making the strap a little bit wider or bigger so that you can take that knee out. And then just place the foot on the floor to begin. Maybe bending the other knee as well, just pausing there. Noticing any sensations on that side. Then as it feels okay, maybe start to straighten those legs back out again. Lengthening out the front of that hip. And just pausing there. Allowing those sensations to come in. moving in any way that's going to make you feel good. Wide for the legs, maybe wiggle the legs, fingers, toes. And so this next one, we're going to do a little bit of nice release for the neck as well as our hamstrings. A special request for hamstrings. So this is a great one. This is the one that popped into my head first. So take that strap, make it nice and long. And then you're going to slide it out from under you, go toward your shoulders, toward your head, and then you're going to bring it just at the base of your skull. So you're going to take that strap right at the base of your skull. So right there behind the ears. So it's going to go kind of just on top side of the ears, but down toward the base of the skull, right there at the top of the neck. And then you're going to take your right knee, draw it in, take that right foot, press it up into the strap. And again, adjust the strap so that you can pull that strap tighter when you need it. Keeping that strap at the base of your skull, you're going to take the leg as straight as it's comfortable for you and then start to tighten the strap so that then your head can just kind of release into your strap. Your leg, you're feeling some of that sensation in the back of the leg, but your quadriceps relaxed. Yeah, there you go. When you find it, you go, sweet. Good, and then just kind of try to relax in it, where it might take you a few moments to get there. And if it feels okay, that opposite leg can go long. And then you're just kind of relaxing into it. So it's almost like your heel wants to pull down, but that strap's keeping you right there. You should feel a nice little lengthening of the back of the neck. Yes. We'll take a full inhale once you're there. And let it go. And then just sometimes I like to just kind of rock my head a little bit from side to side. There might be a point to where it feels good to just kind of pause there. You kind of able to find that middle ground of that hovering head. And then start to drop into the stillness again. Notice if you're holding any tension in the neck or the jaw. See if you can relax that extended leg a little bit more if it feels okay in the low back. If that's a little tender in the low back, you can keep the opposite knee bent. If there comes a time to where maybe you're feeling a little bit of pins and needles, maybe like your foot's falling asleep, see what it feels like to just slightly bend the knee a little bit. So it might just be that you're locking out your knee against those veins and arteries that go up toward your foot. Just put a little bend into the knee just to see if that'll help that blood flow.
Chin should be in or up?
Relaxed. So it'll probably drop in. So you want to bring your strap up higher on the other side of your ears. There you go. Yeah. So the chin can just kind of drop.
I feel it in my brain.
A good sensation.
Yeah.
Good. About 30 more seconds here. Taking a full inhale here. And let it go. Slowly bring your hands to the strap. And then slowly bend the knee, release the head to the floor, release that strap. And place that foot on the ground. You can either keep it bent or extend it long. Just kind of notice those sensations. Might feel this nice little sensation around the back of the skull, around the sole of the foot. And maybe you feel that energy flowing on that side. From head down to your toes and back. You can take any movements you need to here. Let go of that side, bring some movement in now so you can find some stillness in a moment. And then bend the knees, starting to lift that left knee up, taking the strap into the ball of the foot, and then making sure that strap is on the top side of your ears and then around the base of your skull. It might need to go over your ears depending on where the base of your skull is for your body. And then start to straighten that, or tighten that strap to find your edge for the hamstrings, feeling that length in the back of the neck. Maybe the opposite leg goes straight. All depending on how that feels in the low back. And then take a full inhale there. And let it go. Maybe these first couple moments, rock the head from side to side. Just kind of notice how that feels. Like your own little traction machine. And then find some stillness where you feel it rests. Allow the chin and jaw to relax toward the chest. And just allow yourself to sink a little deeper into that stillness. Give about another minute here. Noticing how the body moves as you breathe. Notice if you're holding any tension in the shoulders or the jaw. You can really let both legs relax. Taking a full inhale here. And let it go. Slowly start to bend into the knee. Use your hands on the strap. Slowly release the foot and guide the head to the ground. Keep the foot bent and foot on the floor for knees bent. Foot on the floor for a moment. And then release the leg long if that feels good. Lengthening out. Just kind of noticing those sensations on that side. See if you can feel that energy cycle from the back of your head down to your foot and back up. You can take any movements you need to. So our next pose is called Starfish. It's a twist, twisted starfish. And depending on how long your strap is, it's going to depend if your leg's going to go straight or bent. But then if it doesn't feel good to keep your legs straight, you can also bend it as well. So it's kind of like catching our knee the same way we did earlier with that pinned butterfly. So you're going to take that strap, slide it back underneath your shoulders. So it comes out equal from your armpits. Make sure it's nice and flat against your back. And then what you're going to do is you're going to open that strap enough. And we'll start with our right leg in the strap. So you're going to take that right leg. I'm going to turn myself around this way just so you can see me. If you have any props, bring them over to your left side. So props to the left. You might need them for your legs. I just tend to bring my blanket because it's much more kinder when it goes to lengthen there. And then take your foot up into your leg, your foot into your strap. And then you kind of adjust the strap. You can take it either over the breast line or under the breast line. I tend to take it a little bit higher into my armpits. It just feels better to go over the breast line rather than under it, but everybody's different preferences here. So holding onto the strap side, you're going to take that left leg and you're going to press into the left leg to shift your hips slightly to the right. And then take that left leg off. And then just kind of see how this feels. You're going to start to drop that leg over to your left. And then tightening the strap, and you're going to feel that stretch on the outer hip. I know, yeah. This is where you might need to adjust the strap either over or under the breast line. Nope, not the whole body, just the lower body. So your right shoulder stays on the floor. Ah, yes. There you go. So that strap is supporting you. If you feel like you need more support, that's where that cushion or blanket or something comes on the other side for a little extra support. So again, if this is too much sensation, bend the knee and then tighten that strap around the knee and then let the knee drop over to the side. So you have that support of just the knee dangling. So the right shoulder's heavy, you're twisting from that low body, feeling that outer hip. So you have two different variations here. Good, take a full inhale.
This is also how to find it.
Let it go. There you go. Yep. Now that you say that, thank you.
I feel that's from my piriformis to my ankle. Is this normal?
Is it a good sensation or no?
It's first time I've had it actually.
Okay. But if it's a pain, like it's pulling too much, just lift your leg a little bit more and then hold there. Yeah. So you don't want to go to the point of pain. You want to go like just that little edge of, you're on the precipice of some deep discomfort. So yeah, I definitely feel my piriformis. Yeah. About 1 more minute here. Gotcha. See what it feels like to just bend your knee ever so slightly.
Yeah, just like
Yeah, okay.
this is my 18
About 30 more seconds. Taking a full inhale here. And let it go. Slowly bend the knee. Release the strap. Help guide that knee back up with your arms. And then release that foot to the floor. You can either bend both knees or straighten both legs, whatever's going to feel best to you. And just notice all those sensations on that right side. Okay, so if you've noticed, we kind of got a little bit progressively deeper and deeper into each side, working little parts. And this is the culminating pose, getting a little bit deeper into all that area. Normally in like a normal class, we're holding our leg, we're twisting, we're grunting. This way, just kind of try to release the body into it. Take any movements you need to here to release that side and prepare for the second side. And then taking that strap, make it a little bit longer if you need to, just to get your left leg into the strap to begin. Good, so then adjusting yourself with the strap underneath you. Good. And then press into that right foot, shift the hips slightly to the left. And then start to drop that leg over to the right. And again, adjust the strap either over the breast line or under the breast line. And you can always prop yourself up on that side if you need it for a little bit to begin. And as that sensation dissipates, allow that block or whatever to release underneath you, your blankets, a little bit lower. Just allowing that strap to support you as you need. And then once you're there, take a full inhale. And let it go. And as stated earlier, as if you feel that stretch a little too much across the back of the sacrum into that piriformis, just bend the knee ever so slightly. It'll give that a little bit of reprieve. Then notice where you might be holding any tension. Can you let it go? Noticing how the body moves as you breathe. About 30 more seconds here. Taking a full inhale here. Let it go. Slowly start to bend the knee. Release that strap. Help guide that knee back up. Placing that sole of the foot either on the ground, shift the hips back, and then maybe straighten the legs or keep it set. Your choice, however that feels for you. And then just pause there. Notice the sensations. And take any movements you need to here. So let that go. And then from here, you can release that strap from underneath you. Place that strap off to the side. Think about settling in for some stillness with your legs straight. So using any props you need to, either over the body, under the body, maybe covering the eyes. Whatever's gonna best suit you into a little bit of restoration, a little bit of stillness here with the full body extended. Then once you're there, take a full inhale. And let it go. Allow yourself to find some stillness. Allow the body and mind to surrender. I'll bring you out of Shavasana with 3 bells. Take rest. All that next breath comes a little deeper. The next breath, bring some movement into the fingers, toes, wrists, and ankles. On your next breath, slowly reach your arms back behind your head, slide your feet together, give yourself a long stretch. And then slowly bend the knees. Maybe hug the knees in, maybe windshield wiper the legs, whatever's going to feel best to you. Bring some movement here. Then kind of check in with what kind of energy level you need for the rest of the night. If you're happy to stay in and be calm and relax, roll over to your left side. If you feel like you need a little bit more energy tonight, roll over to your right side. Just use that arm as a pillow, pause there for a moment. Acknowledging the energy in the body. Acknowledging any shifts in the mind. And extending that top leg, pressing with your top hand, bring yourself up sideways, come up nice and slow, head coming up flat if possible. And find a comfortable seat. Once you found that seat, allow the eyes to close if they've opened. Bring those hands back to your center, maybe palms pressing, maybe hand on heart and belly, whatever feels best to you. Allowing yourself to be in the room, on your mat, in your body. Connecting with that intention we set from the beginning of the practice. Maybe allowing this practice to help that transition, help you transition with that intention as you leave tonight off the mat. We'll seal the practice in with a silent breath or an om, your choice. Exhale fully here. Inhale. Bowing slightly. Take a moment here. Think of one thing in your life you truly are grateful for. And hold on to that image in your mind's eye as you raise your head with a smile. Thank you for being here. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Thank you.